The first rule of being a player, a stand-up man, a high-value man, period. The first rule is everything that happens to you is your fault, period, right? You don't have accountability. You blame everything that happened to you on everyone else, circumstances, the government, whatever the case may be, women, your mama, your sister, your brother. You don't have accountability. That's loser shit. You can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't win. You can never get better if everybody else is the problem. And when you make everybody else is the problem, you don't fix the things that's needed for you to progress. It's just easier to say, oh, it's her fault or it's his fault. But when you have to look in the mirror and say, this is on me, right? Now you have to change. But when you change, you grow and you go at the game better and you win. You see what I'm saying? A lot of content creators in this space, you can just tell in the content, they don't hold themselves accountable, and they preach a message that they don't teach you how to hold themselves accountable. They hold women accountable for the society. They hold women accountable for the neighborhood. They hold women accountable for the things that happen in their relationships. And a lot of these guys are popular because it's easier to do that, and it's easier for people to hear that because it makes you feel good. It's just like sugar. If it tastes good, but it don't do nothing for you. This is why I respect guys like Fresh and Fit as far as this type of shit go. Like Myron, as far as this holding men accountable, he holds men accountable. Now, the red pill, a lot of the red pill stuff, I don't agree with, right? I don't really agree with a lot of the red pill stuff. But in this regard, Myron will tell you fat. And you need to get your ass in the gym. She cheating on you because you ain't shit, right? Whereas a lot of other guys is like, oh, women are the problem, get your passport, whatever the case may be. It's not holding nobody accountable, right? And you can't grow if you're not held accountable. And the person that you're looking up to or who's your mentor is not holding you accountable. They just coddling you. You see what I'm saying? They just coddling you. And one thing, again, and another thing that I hate about this space, I really can't stand about this space, which is why I like to distance myself from a lot of this shit. It's because you guys let female content creators come in and coddle you, and they don't hold you accountable like your mother. You guys put titty in your mouth and get coddled like your mother didn't do, and you cling on to it. So all these chicks got to do is come in here and repeat some bullshit, and you will hang on to it, and you will make them rich, and you will make them God, all because you don't want to be accountable. That shit irks my nerves, and this is not no disrespect to no female content creators, but this is supposed to be a man space, and men should never be anywhere. Women should never be anywhere where men are chopping up game. You understand what I'm saying? Where men are chopping up game, women should be nowhere near. You understand what I'm saying? The only time you bring a woman to the table is when you got to expose something. You see what I'm saying? I've had women on my show, and again, it's not to expose them, but I've had women on my show for educational purposes, so you can see what they be on. You see what I'm saying? But to let women come and sit because you don't want to be accountable, all they got to do is put a titty in your mouth and coddle you and say, oh, Western women this. Oh, just all this, throw out all these bullshit stats, and you just eat it right up. Y'all eat that shit up. All of them. All of the female content creators do it. Because if there was a woman coming in this space holding you accountable, y'all will get a run up, y'all can get a right up out of here. So I'm talking about all of them. And again, I ain't knocking hustle. If you goofy enough to go for that, then go ahead. And I know this some people may not like this, but it is what it is. I gotta say it. It gotta be said. Somebody gotta say the shit. A lot of you guys are goofy for that, but it's all in the name of not wanting to be held accountable for the decisions that you make, for the women that you choose, for what you allow. You understand what I'm saying? Again, you see it, just content creators, male and female. A lot with these male content creators, you can hear just by their disposition, you can tell that they blame everything on the women that they choose. Oh, it's the single mother. It was because it was a single mother. It's this, it was this, it was this. Not because I was a piece of shit. I was weak. I was fucking a trick. I led with my fucking wallet. I wasn't sure of myself. I wasn't confident. I made a bad decision. I overlooked red flags. It's never any of that. It's always the bitch is the problem and not them. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be accountable for the things that happen to you. And rule one as a man is everything that happens to you is your fault. Once you turn 18, everything that happens to you is your fault, because everything that happens to you, you gonna suffer the consequences for it, whether somebody do it to you or not. So when you start moving like that, man, and you start holding yourself accountable, watch how your life change. Because now you hold yourself accountable, so you have to do something about it. You have to move a little bit different. You have to make wiser choices. You have to move responsibly. It's not easy, but it's worth it, because you'll have a more peaceful life and you'll be much more successful when you're accountable, right? When you don't hold yourself accountable, you do the same thing over and over and over and over, right? You pick the same. So example, guys who are not accountable, right, for their own actions. So it's, all the bitch is the problem, right? You don't do no growing. You don't do no self-improvement. So you think it's, oh, okay, well, she treated me like shit. She's a bad girl. Boom, then you go to the next one. She treated me like shit. She's a bad girl. Then you go to the next one. She treated me like shit. She's a bad girl. Then you say shit like all women are trash. All American women are trash. The same way hoes do. All men are trash. And men only want sex. It's the same shit. Y'all doing the same shit, right? And so, oh, it's women ain't shit and women this and women this, because you've been going over and over and over again. You're being cheated on over and over and over again. And you just, maybe you the type of dude, you a trick and you don't command respect, or you a simp, or you let women walk over you, or you overlook red flags, or you vulnerable, or you make bad choices. Maybe that's the case, just maybe. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody don't get cheated on. Women cheat a lot. Let's not get it twisted, but everybody don't get cheated on, bro. All women don't cheat. That's for sure. A lot of women will leave you before they cheat on you. All women don't cheat, bro. It just is what it is. All women do not cheat. Every man has not been cheated on. For sure. I done been cheated on when I was younger, but I haven't been since I was 20, 21. That's not to say that it can't happen again, but I ain't been cheated on. I haven't felt that feeling in damn near 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? Now, who's to say that it didn't happen behind my back? I don't know, right? But I think that I'm a pretty good, got a pretty good eye for this type of shit, you know. But when I took responsibility for the things that was happening in my life, when I went to prison and I was forced to do so, right? And that's not to say that I blame people, because my mom, I couldn't do that in my house. I could not be accountable. Mom taught me better than that. But when I started looking in the mirror, I got a chance to sit down, shit stopped happening. A lot of the stuff that was happening to me when I was 18, 19, 20, it stopped happening to me. You understand? Because I said, I need to do this and I need to change. Now, did I still take L's? Did I still have problems? Of course, but certain things stopped. The things that I wanted to stop. Again, it's not to say that it can't happen again, but yeah. So when you're not accountable, you tend to do the same thing over and over and over and over again, because you think it's everybody else. You just think, oh, well, shit, it's this chick, so I'll just go to this, I'll get this chick. It's the same shit. You don't even realize you picking the same type of woman. But you can't see that because you blinded from a lack of accountability. When you don't have accountability, you're not going to be a winner. You're just not going to be a winner. You're not going to win at nothing if you don't have accountability. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number one. You don't have accountability. If you don't have accountability, you need to change that. You need to look yourself in the mirror and do the hard things. And you need to say to yourself, I am a man and I'm responsible and accountable for everything that happens to me. Everything. And when you can accept that and you can internalize that, I promise you, I guarantee you, your life will change for the better.